Hi, and welcome to the October 2018 Northwest Market Update. First and foremost, I want to offer my condolences and prayers to those affected by Hurricane Michael. I'm reminded every year why I don't mind the rain here in Seattle, but my family and I will pray for those of you affected by this massive storm. But let's dive into the local market. The market continues to change. I've heard some in our profession say it has ground to a halt. Sadly, that's probably a broker that's been in the business less than 3 years, so all they know is a white-hot market. I've been at this since the 80s. Yep, I can actually remember when prime was at 18%. And I can honestly say that I had thought I'd seen it all until the market we just came out of. I've been in markets where there have been bidding wars, but nothing that lasted as long as that market did. Having said that, I actually welcome a market like this because it tends to thin the herd a little bit. Did you know that in my MLS, if you talk to 10 brokers here, 8 of them would have sold 5 or fewer homes in the last year, and 25% of them would not have even sold a house in a hot market? There's a reason that I'm asked to appear on American Dream TV every month to comment on the local market. This is also why you should pay attention if you have properties to sell in the Northwest. So here's what's going on. It's been over 3.5 years since we had 4 months of inventory. Now, why is that important? Well, 4 to 6 months of inventory is considered to be in balance, which means that buyers don't have leverage over sellers and sellers don't have leverage over buyers. I would argue that it's probably more like 3 to 4 months than it is 6 months now with the transparency of information and the immediacy of it. Buyers are just more savvy. So knowing this, sellers need to be more deliberate about their pricing. They need to not panic, they need to be patient, and they can't go on a fishing expedition. Now, a lot of people ask me, if I'm a buyer, should I wait? Would it be cheaper? Probably not, and definitely not if you're financing. Interest rates have risen since the first of the year by almost 0.75%, and that trend is going to continue now that the Fed is no longer buying bonds. And did you know that if rates rose just 0.25%, your buying power actually would go down by $50,000? That's why now is the perfect time to actually put your home on the market if you're a seller, or consider buying if you're a buyer. It is not going to get better. It actually is going to get worse as far as financing and interest rates goes. So consider that. If you have specific questions about your situation, please give me a call or a private message below. You can always look me up on my website, realestateanswers.guru, or find me on Instagram at Mr. Ed Laine, or on Twitter at Ed Laine Agent. That's all for today. Make it a great day.